we're getting to the main event, the big show.
Yeah.
So, the spectacle.
Yeah. So like now I guess we could talk about it a little more. If you were in this time and you're watching it as a fan, what the hell would you be thinking?
If I was in if I was in this period of time,
yeah,
I think I would genuinely believe that there was no way that the Lakers would lose this series.
Yep, I could see that.
I think I would look at that. I think I would look at it that way, mainly because I would say that the Lakers were the juggernaut of the 80s, right?
Yep.
Juggernaut of the 80s. They pretty much, like we had shown in the previous year, won basically 60 games, pretty average 60 games a year, won, right? Yeah. And you have Magic Johnson, who probably, he's got to be looked at as the GOAT right now.
No, Kareem at this point is looked at as the greatest player of all time.
But I think people look at Magic definitively better than Jordan.
Yes. Well, no, wait. Like as in their careers?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Because Magic at this point is his 5th title, his ninth time at the finals. Like,
right.
He's definitely looked at as the better player historically. Yeah. I think overall they look at it as Magic is the 2nd best player in the league and Jordan's the best.
You think?
I feel like you might have old heads who or obviously people who were fans of Laker fans and stuff that would think that their guy was better, which is not a bad. It's not like I wouldn't think they were completely crazy for thinking it, but in my eyes,
if the Bulls only lost 2 games in the playoffs to that point, the Lakers had only lost 3 before the finals.
Yeah, the Bulls had lost only 1 game going into the finals.
Right.
The second game that they lost was that game 1 against the Lakers.
Right. I'm basically what I'm saying is the Lakers came in relatively at the same level of dominance in terms of of their conference. At the end, Magic's and this team is really good. I wanted to see Magic's numbers.
Yeah, because I've heard a lot of people try to say that Magic was old and washed at this point, and it's just not the case at all. He was
second in MVP voting.
Yeah, he had a great playoff run. It's not like, and it was just
in the playoffs. He's giving the Lakers, drum roll, 12 assists, 22 and 12 basically, with 8 rebounds.
22 and 12. It's really like 22 and 13 to be honest. Like that's insane. Like that's not a lot of people besides Magic Johnson has had that stat line.
And not only that, he's murdering on the block. He's murdering. Catches the ball, spin moves to both shoulders, right?
Yeah.
Fucking easy layups, so fast. And when he doesn't this is the coolest part about Magic. And especially when I was watching a lot of the highlights. When it came to Magic versus Jordan, and especially in the beginning of this series, Magic's just fucking him up.
Yeah. Magic was eating Jordan up.
Just fucking him up in game 1.
Yeah.
And just putting him on the block and punishing Jordan for being the smaller guy.
Yeah.
We can get to. So Michael had 36, right? And the Lakers did win by only 2 points.
I was listening to Bill Simmons and he said that after game 1 and Bulls win game 2, going into game 3, he actually bet on the Lakers to win in game 3.
Going back to
LA.
Yeah, going back to LA because they have the higher record.
So there were guys at that time who thought Magic got this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, so it's just, to me, it's just after, knowing what happened, knowing the outcome makes you look at it and then just try to give a reason for why Jordan won. When in reality, at that time, people were not thinking that. People were thinking Magic Johnson is going to win his 6th championship, and that would probably have solidified him as GOAT. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, probably. It would have made it hard to justify Jordan as the GOAT.
Because the biggest thing with Jordan is he never lost in the finals.
Yeah.
6 tries, 6 championships.
Yeah.
And if he would have had that one blemish where, even if it's not because he sucked, you know, he could have still been great in the finals, but then it would have been like the rest of his career. He did great, but, you know, he still ended up losing.
But let's also make this clear. If it happened the next year against Portland, I'm not saying Clyde would have been considered the GOAT, but because Magic was already being held to such a high standard to begin with, that win over MJ, just like it's going to do for MJ here, is going to carry him over the top, would carry Magic over the top.